What's good, y'all? Buckle up, coming through on a quick drop special. Big ups to everybody already subbed in. Appreciate it all. And if you haven't already subbed in, sub in. And welcome. You all are welcome, no doubt. And of course, if you feel what I'm talking about, make sure you hit that like sign before you get out of here. Hit that like sign before you get out of here. And don't forget, if you need 12 games over a 30-day period with the first 3 games free, just for getting a monthly pass, text 443-717-1848 and simply text 3 words. You want in. That's it. We take it from there. Other than that, get the free games, take the money off the floor, and as always, Sports Prediction 101 Cash App link is in the description box for those who win without a pass and still want to show love. Now, let's get to the chop. Let's get to the chop. So, we got some shit to talk about tonight, y'all. We definitely got a few things to talk about on this one. Now, first of all, I want to say this. So through Bark for the Bone Madness over there on his live a few hours earlier, through his madness now, with all of this shit going on between him and Knockout Boxing 86, for those that might don't know. But, so, through his madness now, he's admitting, and he can say, that he don't know Knockout Boxing 86. Alright? We had to find out through the madness. Alright? And it takes them to have a crash out, which I knew it would come to that eventually. It takes them to have a crash out and not fuck with each other no more for Bark for the Bone to finally admit that it wasn't deeper than YouTube, like Bark for the Bone was telling his subs when him and Knockout Boxing 86 was cool. I knew all of that shit was some stunting ass shit. I already knew that. It was just a matter of how it would get exposed. I knew the motherfuckers met on YouTube and all that shit. I already knew that. How BFTB say it, how he used to say it, when it comes to Knockout Boxing 86, when it comes to Knockout Boxing 86, that's my bro for sure. That king is my bro. Ain't that what he should say? That king is my bro. It's deeper than YouTube. It's deeper than YouTube. You can't come over here and say anything about Knockout Boxing 86, and you can't go over there and say something about me on his channel. It's deeper than YouTube. This is before YouTube. Lying his ass off. He's family. Nothing was never deeper than YouTube between nobody that's nothing was never deeper than YouTube between nobody that's not on YouTube, you lame ass goofy. Because before YouTube was here, nothing was there between y'all. Nothing was never deeper than YouTube. Because before YouTube, you didn't know that man. You can't speak on nothing but a YouTube friendship. You can't speak on nothing but a YouTube friendship until you have the opportunity to really be around a person to get to know their personality before you jump out there telling people the friendship, before you jump out there telling people that the friendship was before YouTube, when you knew the whole fucking time you was capping. You knew the whole time you was capping. And half your show was about capping over there in your live you just now done. Was about all this capping that Knockout Boxing 86 supposed to be doing. You got so fucking mad about whatever. You got so fucking mad about whatever you beefing with Knockout Boxing 86 about that he slipped up and said he never knew who Knockout Boxing 86 was until he came to his channel. He fucked around and told the motherfucking truth. Fucked around and told the truth. So all the outside of YouTube shit was just to have something to say. It was just to have something to say. I told y'all he was lying. I told his subs he was lying to them the whole time. I knew you was lying. Listen, I seen these trains, these two trains. I seen that Knockout Boxing 86 train and that BFTB train heading in the same direction, coming from opposite ways. And it was just a matter of time before they crashed into each other. It was just a matter of time before they crashed into each other. Knockout Boxing 86 overhypes Tank, and BFTB overhypes Devin in more ways than one. In more ways than one. When it come to when it come to Tank, Knockout Boxing 86, he overhypes Tank as far as his resume. BFTB overhypes Devin in more than one way. And then BFTB got the audacity to say Knockout 86 be capping. When he be capping for Devin just as bad, if not worse. Just as bad, if not worse. Y'all hear me? BFTB like to say shit like for Devin, he like to say shit like, how many times y'all done heard BFTB say shit like, nobody on this card is getting paid like Devin, even though Devin not the main event. Even though Devin not the main event, nobody on this card getting paid like Devin, when he don't know what the fuck nobody getting paid. Then he lied and said Devin never needed Bob Arm or none of the high level management to help him get certain fights. All that shit. Then you lied and said Devin can get the same big payouts he can get the same big payouts from Turk for fighting you or somebody in your comments. Remember you said that? You said he can get the same payout from Turk, the big payouts that Turk giving out. He can get them same payouts fighting you or somebody in your comments. You said that about Devin. You said that out your mouth. You know? And you listen, you cat daily with all those kind of lies. Those are the kind of lies that you cat daily with. You don't know that? You tell people Devin fighting Ryan in February before the Norman fight even took place, knowing you was capping. Knowing you was capping. Yeah. And then gonna make up another lie and say Ryan stopped the February date when there never was a February date. That, like I was telling y'all, there never was a February date. Yeah. You a whole fucking cat artist. Yeah, you are the true meaning of a fucking cat artist, no doubt. And then this motherfucker does a live show talking about why didn't Jermell Charlo have the same energy he got now about fighting Errol Spence when Errol Spence never fought at 154. And I'm trying to figure out why all y'all sit in his comments and all y'all supposed to be boxing, watch boxing, and into boxing, and y'all let him sit there and ask y'all why Jermell ain't have the same energy back then, during that time, for Errol Spence, when Errol Spence never fought at 154. So what the fuck is he talking about? That was easy to say back to him. That was easy for somebody to come out the comments and say, Errol Spence never fought at 154, so why would Jermell have that kind of energy for him back then? What the fuck is you talking about? They used to train together, all kinds of shit too. They had a friendship. They had a serious friendship to the point motherfuckers ain't never see them fighting each other. What the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck is you talking about? Errol Spence was fighting at 154 3 to 5 years ago. And why would Charlo figure he would make more money fighting Spence back then than to go fight Canelo and get the biggest bag that he could get? What the fuck is you over there talking about? What in the fuck is you over there talking about? Errol Spence was the biggest fight to get the most money back at that time. What you think, all of us some fucking goofies, dummy motherfuckers sitting around? Canelo was the general at getting the bag since Floyd left. Fuck is you talking about? You can say anything to your motherfucking subs and they just sit there and don't say shit. Don't say shit. Canelo been the general of the bag since Floyd left. What the fuck is you talking about? Why would Jermell go fight Canelo? You's a hating guy. You's a hating motherfucker. A hating half and half. You ain't even no full guy. You a hating half and half. You always over talking Errol Spence, and that's why motherfuckers be wanting to see him get. That's why they be wanting to see him get beat the fuck up, because you don't know when to shut the fuck up. You don't know when to shut the fuck up. Now, if Jermell does want to fight Errol, now it's nothing wrong with it, because both of them been out the sport for a few years now anyway. And the way you talk, what's the problem? All that tough shit that you be talking, knowing Errol never fought at 154, what's the motherfucking problem then? What's the problem right now then? Since you talking all that dummy ass shit, I don't even think the man Errol should come back fucking with that shit. But since you talking like you talking, What's wrong with him fighting right now? I mean, and now all of a sudden, Errol, and now all of a sudden too, he want to holler. Errol was going to fight Virgil Ortiz. When Virgil Ortiz or Boots was the last fight Errol would have dared try to take back when all the hype was talking about them too. Errol wasn't thinking about fighting neither one of them and wasn't trying to get neither one of them fights made. And then he tell y'all that Virgil go places. When Virgil go places, if people see him by himself, they'll call ICE. Instead of speaking for himself, saying he would call ICE. Don't sit on your... He's sitting up on this motherfucking live show telling motherfuckers if people seen Virgil Ortiz somewhere, they would call ICE. People would call ICE. No, you would call ICE. You telling ass, goofy ass nigga. Don't put that shit on everybody else. No, you would call ICE if you seen Virgil somewhere. If you was looking out a window somewhere, your sneaky ass, and you seen him walking down the street and getting, you would call in and say you just seen blah, 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 blah. You would do that. Don't say nobody put it on everybody else. You would tell on that man. If that was the case. I mean, why do this donut dude try to speak for other people? Why you always try to speak for other people? Speak for yourself, you telling ass goofy. Speak for yourself. You and the reason you feel like that, the reason you would call ICE, because you mad that Virgil Ortiz would most likely beat all the fuck out of Errol Spence. That's what bothers you. That's what bothers you. That's what's in your mind and it bothers you the most. As the fuck boy you is. That's what bothers you. He mad at the thought that Virgil Ortiz would beat Errol Spence up real bad. That's what he mad about. That's why he tell y'all. That's why he tell y'all that's why he tell y'all to say the shit that he say about Virgil. As far as he not known and people don't holler at Virgil, that's why he was saying all that dumbass shit about Virgil. Because he a hater of Virgil. He hating on Virgil. That's the same way he say Ryan Garcia don't have no fan base. Ryan Garcia don't have this. Ryan Garcia don't have that. He don't know what the fuck he talking about. He hating on Ryan Garcia because he know Ryan Garcia got a super following. That's why him and Tank did the numbers that they did. Because Tank following and his following together put them kind of numbers together. Ryan Garcia got a super following that Bart for the Bone is super jealous of. And always will be. I mean, so the same way with Virgil. Hating on Virgil right now. Talking about he not known and people don't holler at Virgil. I mean, and then of course BFTB said he knows some of the same people close to Virgil. And they call BFTB and tell him, don't nobody ever see Virgil. Don't nobody ever holler at Virgil or nothing when we out. Don't nobody never see him. He don't join them. They called BFTB and told him that. Virgil people called BFTB and told him that on the phone. He know everybody. He know everybody peoples. He know he hooked in all the camps. I mean, BFTB, he got the connect that told him all of that shit. He's got the connect that told him they don't show Virgil no love as a fighter. He don't got no fans. When he go places, nobody never asks him for an autograph. Because BFTB right there to see that, and he know that. That's why he told y'all all that about Virgil life. Because he right there in Virgil personal life every day, all day. But at the same time, he's sitting right here on YouTube talking to y'all like 8 hours a day. I mean, He know Virgil dad. You know what I mean? So he'd tell us, that him and Virgil dad don't get along, and his daddy almost got him killed. Yeah, he was over there telling y'all. I heard him telling them all that shit. His daddy almost got him killed. Something we don't know about. He knew I was gonna. He already know I was gonna expose the fuck out of him. So guess what he holler while he was doing this show? Cause he know I was going to see this show or hear about it anyway. So he holler, let me write this down about his dad so I can do a video on it. Who gives a fuck about your fake ass video you ain't even gonna do anyway? Just said that shit just to have something to say. There's nothing you can cover to say you know his dad about shit. You don't know his dad, you don't know nothing about their personal life or why he was in the hospital, if he was in the hospital, about his dad, none of that shit. I mean, he holler, Virgil was in the hospital, plugged up to shit, almost dead because of his dad. Don't even know what the fuck going on, just guess talking. Know what I mean? The three dads he claimed he been knowing for so many years. First it was Brian Norman, dad, who exposed you and told everybody you was lying. Then it's Abdullah. Then it's Abdullah, dad. And now you know the Ortiz family. And exposing personal business that you totally just made up on a family that most likely don't even know that you exist. Yeah. Then you keep telling a lie that Errol Spence is still the biggest money fight. Lying over there like a motherfucker. Errol Spence is the biggest money fight right now. When Errol Spence is in the same retirement Bud sent him to. And if Errol Spence come back to the sport, he better not come wrong. If he come back to the sport, he better not come wrong. Because if he come back fucking with Virgil, you can believe me, he gonna surely get done right. Believe what I tell you. Errol Spence had his time. He was a 3-belt holding champion in the 147-pound division. He had his time. And Errol was on Bud radar from the time Bud became undisputed at 140. Spence was a belt holder at 147, so Spence was on Bud radar because Bud Mission was undisputed at 147, and Spence was on his motherfucking and Spence was in his motherfucking way. Spence definitely was on Bud radar at 140 when he turned undisputed, and Keith Thurman, goofball ass, was on Bud radar too. Yeah. You see the wreckage Bud caused at 147 from the first fight to the last fight. From the first fight to the last fight in that division. He punished Jeff Horn to a stoppage to get started, continued that same stoppage activity over each and every fight he had in Errol Spence division, in the 147-pound division, all the way to punishing Errol the worst, since he ended up as the last 147-pound victim in the way of Bud getting undisputed. So shut the fuck up about who Bud wasn't focused on. Tell him, Bud wasn't focused on. Bud ain't say shit about Errol Spence. Bud was talking about Keith Thurman. Bud was talking about that. Shut the fuck up. Goofy ass, dummy ass nigga. Shut the fuck up. Earl took the fucking beating that he took partially because of your fucking mouth. Yeah. In case a lot of people ain't know that. Or ain't catch that interview with Bud. Because of your fucking mouth. Bud definitely Bud definitely heard you running your mouth in defense of Spence before the fight. Heard you running your mouth in defense of Spence on your channel. And he even mentioned that you got these goofy dudes who never fought a day in their life, laced up no gloves a day in their life, talking real crazy. And you know he was talking about you. And that's why Spence took the punishment that he got struck with. That's why. That's why. Because of you running your fucking pickle holders about how Bud wasn't this and Bud wasn't that. All that Bud wasn't this, Bud wasn't that talk got Spence beat worse than he probably was going to be beat before all the talking. Got your boy fucked up badly. Shut the fuck up. Do me a favor and shut the fuck up about what Errol gonna do when at this point it looks to me like Errol is enjoying family life and got plenty of bread to move on without boxing. Alright? Now, if that wasn't the case, he would have been fought somebody by now. And the PBC didn't let him fight Fondora because they knew he was getting beat the fuck up again. Yeah, he'd have took that as his first fight at 154. He was getting trashed just like Bud did him again. And the PBC blocked Bud from getting that fight, so Bud couldn't pursue Undisputed at 154. Errol is done. Like I told y'all a year ago. Errol is done. See y'all on the Get Back.
I just fucked two ghetto hoes. I found out they was cat. Took his gun, he had no clue. He had to find out it was down. Oh, he with me, he get the juice and he gon' shoot and take the round. Couple conversations with his pillow, only one around. Stack that money, let it go. I got this shit from out the ghetto. And the diamonds on me tucking. If they could, they would say hello. I come straight up out the Baltimore, New York, I ball like Mello. And I took a couple falls for real. I got this shit together. We got haters, really certain city clip extended. Walk for lens. I fuck the one, she catching feelings. All the shit I got from deal. I hit them all in border with me. 25 racks a quarter with me. Brody came up in the church and spent the 50 on my friend. I like that money, fucking bitches. That shit funny me. I won't stop one for the side. No problem with me. All the bitch on camera. She from the gas. I'm on broken bitch. You gotta hear what I'm saying. I'm down the gas. They blow the skin rings. Walked into the private list. We all poppin' bitch. Bumped into another bitch. Now she on top of me. You probably heard by now. That don't stop me. Pick up a pussy. Put in the private list. Time at a time. I gave it all to me. Why I had to lie? I'm sipping raw, baby. I done did what I could. Don't tell me you want more. Why would I be around for this more? I just fucked two ghetto hoes. I found out they was blood. I just the name. I got this chain and I'm still hanging in the hood. I got this name. I got these. I got my killer ways from Cubs. Sometimes I miss like how it was. Before rap, before the buzz. Before rap, I got my name cause I was doing shit that I should. Auntie Jane like this for all them time. Slap right on your cushion. Auntie Jane like this for all them time. Slap right on your couch. I'm still the same. I came and brought her chain and slap right in the ring. Famous, I run around with a banger. I'm in the hood with his dang. I'm holding my anger. And I can't talk to a stranger. Killing, I'm making the range with all these chains. I told her the price she fainted. I dropped my vet to arena. I went to naming. I'm with the niggas who scheming. I'm in the cool with a